Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com, and I'm going to do a 2026 update on BioTrainer, specifically UConcept. Y'all, I had no idea that Great Lakes wasn't going to distribute them anymore. I started making content on them, goodness, almost a decade ago, when I was looking for an alternative to two other appliance systems that tried to sue me for not liking the content I made about them. No, it was true in my clinical opinion. So I was like, goodness, I need somebody that's not going to cause drama. So I found this UConcept and they were nice. And then I found out that Great Lakes was distributing it and I'm fine with them. And they really haven't been an issue. And I gave them a lot of business over the last 10 years. So, that's what happens when you don't play nice with me, other companies get my business and get my clients business. So anyways, now I found out that Great Lakes is no longer going to be carrying this anymore, and there really isn't going to be a US distributor, which is unfortunate. So I hit a wall when I tried to reach people at Great Lakes or at the people at Seven Seas, which are the owner of this UConcept BioTrainer company. So I had to go into my whole AI chat GPT grok whoever I'm contacting. I like to shake it up a little bit. So I'm going to tell you what they said. You can take this with a grain of salt because this is just what they said. I'm not saying it's verified. So it says, um, it appears your information is correct. Great Lakes Dental Technologies has greatly shifted away from UConcept. While they still have some inventory, I have heard this by a few doctors, many items are special order or strictly limited to stock on hand. That's what I was told, signaling a phase out. Here's the current landscape. It says they're going to use up all their supplies, and then if you need more, you have to go to Seven Seas Orthodontics in Europe. There is a link. You can look this up. If I can find it, you can find it. It says you'll have to direct ship from the manufacturer in Luxembourg, but there might be taxes, tariffs, and things like that. That sounds like kind of a hassle, to be honest. The whole reason I was using UConcept is it was fast, easy to stock, and cheap. Um, Alternatives in the US for biotrainers. I mean, obviously, I've gone over the two naughty ones and the one that I don't have an issue with, but just hasn't been very kind to me. So I've made plenty of content on that. You guys have all the content, whatever. I'm not saying this stuff doesn't work. I'm just saying that isn't something that I think is a requirement to do orthodontics. I think if you really wanted to start super, super early, but you don't want to start, you just want to see. I'm not even gonna get into this. My opinions, because every time I give my opinions on how I'd use a biotrainer is how I get myself sued. So I'm gonna shut the heck up, and you guys can listen to my existing content, which has not gotten me sued yet. So um, that is just kind of my thoughts on all that. Now there is another option that popped up. Thank you very much to ChatGPT, and that is. I mean, I think this is just terrible timing. I'm just gonna say, Great Lakes, if you get any pushback on this or people reach out to you, now more than ever, people are asking for this stuff. So the fact that Great Lakes made a dumb move in pulling back on this right now for their business, it is an opportunity for other people. So obviously, y'all know. I'm not saying the other stuff doesn't work. I'm just saying I don't want to get into it, nor am I going to recommend it directly. If y'all wanted to use it, that's fine, but I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to get myself sued again. So that's on you. If you want to use that product, so be it. Um, of course, in terms of other options, there is a company that's based out of Finland and it looks really similar to UConcept. So actually, the AI told me to look into it and it looked like the exact same thing. It says it's called, hang on, LM Dental. LM. L is in Larry, M is in Mary, Dental. It says it's Finnish. And I actually signed up for a webinar next month. I think it's the middle of May sometime. The webinar was called LM Activator Virtual Course, or EGA Eruptive Guidance Appliance. I thought that those were patented by another company. So interesting if, an EU company copying things is not the same as because I mean, I know that they're following the rules. So I guess other people can do it. The speaker for that May one is going to be Gioacchio Pellegrino and Rita Mirland. And the topic is going to be early orthodontic intervention with the activator. So it looks like it's pretty similar. It says they have a distribution network in the US. The distributor is Plan Mecca. And you can direct buy it from Salish and Medical and Dental Supply. I'm going to look into that. But anyways, there is something else. I don't know if you can just purchase, or if you're required to take a course or invest $50,000 in a CBCT like with some of these other companies, if you have to fly somewhere to take a course. I don't know. So my idea was that this is not rocket science. These biotrainers are a great way to get started, to check for MYO, to improve MYO, when, especially when the patient does not have access to an oral myologist. I'm really encouraging everyone to have someone on their team trained up as an oral myologist, because that just solves that issue, right? Then you don't have to worry about buying an appliance. The thing about these appliances, they only work when you use them properly and actively. And you really do need someone who knows how to use them, and how you almost need a myologist to distribute them, to explain how to use them. Because if you just say you wear this, it's not going to do squat. So, I mean, that's a fact, Jack. So, and if you just wear it at night, it's really not doing anything. So, all right. Thanks so much. Hopefully that helps you. And yeah, bummed about UConcept 7Cs. Great Lakes, if you see this, you're making a mistake. All right, thanks.